Morning, we're out and setting up a few profiles on the footing. Got a decent sized subfloor to do for some bond deck. Had a job out in Corio, so there's a heap of footings as you can see. It's a decent sized single story. We've got raised off the natural flooring. It's going to be a lot higher off the ground than what this house is here. So I'm going to do 6 courses of brick, run around, single skin. It's going to be tied in with actual concrete piers every 1500. So we're just setting up a few sticks now. We're going to start in the garage. So there's 4 points. A single skin going to be wrapped around here. It's going to be engaged with concrete piers every 1500. So we've got to allow for brick ties every 15. We've got vents that go on the top of the second course to allow for ventilation. The subfloor, got some clay brick somewhere around for that. We're just going to do bits and pieces at a time. So we're starting off with just these 4 walls for now. We're going to leave a manhole out where this conduit is so they can run some electric work underneath. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We've just plumbed these 2 up. Harvinder's doing that last one. We'll set this last point up now. And then we'll continue out loading out bricks around the job because we're waiting sand, which should be another hour or so away. So just going to get it all gauged up and go from there. Good morning. For making our way around the perimeter at the moment. Typically what you'd see with a subfloor, obviously you have double skin footing. So this one's a bit of an unusual one where we're going to have a single skin and engaged concrete piers into its brick ties every 1500. So I haven't seen that done before. This is the first subfloor I've done with a Bondex floor with H-beam columns on top of the concrete pads. So if you've ever seen that before, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting any recommendations of how we can tackle this one, but it's the first I've heard of it. Obviously trying to save a bit on the brickwork, which is understandable. It is a concrete after all that we're doing this job for, and as you can see, he's done a lot of concrete and gone over and above with his specs and stuff like that. So he's got some really deep footings at the moment, plenty of bar through it, as you'd expect from a professional. But there's quite a few. I think there's about 3,500 just in a single skin work here. So you could imagine the subfloor with a double skin everywhere would add up. I think it'd be about seven and a bit thousand just to get up to that 5 or 6 course high for the Bondex to go on top. So yeah, there's a bit in this. We're obviously going to come back later on when it's been poured and the frames go up, and there's quite a few bricks in it. It's a decent sized single after this. So we're also going to run a fence from the power line there, have a gate opening for the entrance. There's actually 3 properties on this block, so there's going to be quite a few bricks in this fence at the front here. So that's what we're going to come back and return later, and we might even be doing a brick fireplace. This is the extension man cave we did a couple of months ago. It hasn't been cleaned yet. We also did these 2 garages that are detached from the dwellings over here. So we've done a fair few bricks in this job already. It's been one of those jobs that you really are glad you took on because of how much is involved. Glad and sort of, yeah, you can test your patience at the same time for how long we've been here. We did the gables. So these brick garages went up quite high. I think it was 52 courses or so with these gable ends. So we also did that work there. Did this man cave, which is attached to this shed here. And now we've got the main feature, which is the master house here. I'll just pop inside the man shed and show you what we did a couple of months back. This is actually detached from his work shed, which is out the back, but this is going to be a man cave area. We've got the massive boutique sliding doors, bifold. We did the brickwork sort of all on the inside, it's all cavity walls, custom openings. So there was quite a few in this. I think there was 6,500 bricks just in this man cave here. So 6.5 here, the 2 garages had 3,000 each, that's 6. So we've already done 12,500 bricks. We're going to do another 3.5 on the subfloor. It's about 16,000. Then we've got, obviously the fence is going to have a heap of bricks in it. Probably another 6,000 at the front. Plus when the walls go up here, there's going to be, well, I dare say another 8,000. So we're getting up towards the 35,000 bricks that we're going to have laid in its entirety at this job, which is it's obviously a really good one to get, and he's good to work for, this guy. So all right, we've just finished loading out the entire perimeter where all of our brickwork is going to go. All right, so I'll try to explain this as best as I know how to, but we're going to be doing a single skin. He's going to engage the single skin brickwork with 400 by 400 square columns of solid concrete with ties into the brickwork. On top of his columns, he's going to have a bond deck which is going to sit across. They're going to have like rafters that go right across, and then he's going to have a suspended slab that sits on top of that, which comes flush with my outside skin of my brickwork. And then on top of the suspended slab is our walls for the house. So we've got a veranda here that comes out just this single skin. He's going to have the bond deck go across them, sitting on rafters, which is on the concrete pads, suspended slab off the floor, and then we're going to have our house, which goes up with brick wall along there, obviously down the side, bay window at the front, which is a veranda, and then the inside skin of this goes up to the house, down the side, across the front. Obviously garage goes up, sides go up. Across this section here is our wall going up, and then obviously there's a couple of internals. It's a very strange way of doing it. I've never seen it done like this before. Obviously we use block work and double skin brickwork for all our usual footings. This is the bay window that we're going to have splated bricks cut here, which we're waiting on them. We're waiting on the brick vents. They've got to go in to allow for ventilation, and the subfloor that's got to go in every 1,500, which he hasn't been able to get. So sort of another day that we've lost, unfortunately, but we've got it mapped out. I've set up some sticks and a section ready to go for when we do come back here. There's obviously no sand either, so it's been another day lost, unfortunately, but we've got it to a stage where we can set it up when the sand does arrive, and we can start mixing mud and getting it underway. It's going to be a lot of work when we do get started on this one, though. As I mentioned before, there's going to be a fence running right across the width of these 3 properties here, obviously with gate openings. There's 3 separate driveways there as well, so there's a bit to come back to when we're here, but yeah, for today it's another short day. Boys, look at them all getting ready, planning the rest of their day out. Let me know if you've seen this sort of design before, with a footing and a house design with the subfloor and the bond deck slab. So that's it for today, unfortunately. Another setup video, and hopefully we can get some footage of laying some bricks shortly. So thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.